Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. Let's begin with our health news this morning. Following in MGM Resorts' footsteps, at least 3 more casino companies in Las Vegas are now set to offer COVID vaccines for their employees. Review-Journal's Jen Ott tells us which companies those are. Jen?
Good morning, Renee. Caesars Entertainment will begin vaccinating as many as 10,000 of its local employees starting today and through the month of April. Its partnership with Albertsons Supermarkets will span 4 events beginning at the Rio. And starting early next week, the Southern Nevada Health District says the Las Vegas Sands Corporation and Red Rock Resorts will also offer immunizations.
We know that's a large percentage of our workforce, the hospitality group that we need to get vaccinated, and a part of the community that really was lagging behind some.
This comes after health officials announced last week that close to 28,000 of the county's vaccine doses will be prioritized for the hospitality industry. Renee?
Thank you, Jen. Continuing now with our top story, sponsored by Carnegie Heights. A vigil was held Wednesday for Gwendolyn Alexander, who was killed in February in what police called an unprovoked attack by her downstairs neighbor. Family and friends gathered to release balloons and pay tribute to her memory. One of her co-workers recited a poem she heard the day after she learned of her friend's death.
I want to leave you with something better than words or sound. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live on eyes and not on your mind. So when all is left of me, give me away.
A longtime gaming institution in downtown Henderson has a new name. The former El Dorado Casino on South Water Street opens its doors today as The Pass. Boyd Gaming opened the casino in 1962 and sold it in December. Before its grand reopening, we got a sneak peek with the new owner.
Water Street has become such an exciting place, and hopefully we contribute to that. Tim Brooks has the 2 places here, Rainbow Club and Emerald Isle. He's a friend. Our attitude together is we're going to bring more people to downtown Water Street and the Water Street districts.
Take a look at this video. Remember 2 years ago when you couldn't go anywhere in Las Vegas without seeing a swarm of those grasshoppers? Well, we now know how many of them there were. A new study published Wednesday said that during the peak of the infestation, there were more than 45 million grasshoppers in Las Vegas. Researchers found that the insects would stay on the outskirts of the valley during the day and descend on the city at sunset when the lights came on. A Las Vegas venue that closed its doors more than 15 years ago has a new owner who intends to bring it back to life. The Hunt Ridge Theater on Charleston Boulevard and Maryland Parkway has sold to designer Jay Dapper for $4 million. Dapper told the Review-Journal he has been trying to buy the theater for the past decade. He also said a few national concert operators have expressed interest in the property. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Get Healthy Clark County has issued a seasonal ozone advisory that starts today and goes through the end of September. Ozone is a colorless gas that is a key ingredient in smog. It can also irritate your respiratory system. If you'd like to help reduce ozone in the air, the county has some tips. First, don't idle your car engine unnecessarily. Next, try to fill up your gas tank after sunset. Also, turn off any lights or electronics you're not using. That means power plants have to burn less fuel. Let's take a look at our local forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour is here for you. You can see increasing clouds in the valley today, but it's still going to be a warm day. Near 81 degrees is forecasted for your Thursday. Mostly cloudy during the early evenings. That will gradually clear with a low of around 57 degrees. For the rest of your week, temperatures will continue to climb to the low 90s. 89 for your Friday is forecasted, and low 90s, upper 80s for your weekend. Temperatures will drop, however, for the start of your work week. In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, small signs of improvement for the Las Vegas economy. Of course, the valley has been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, halting the hospitality and tourism industries, led to staggering unemployment rates. But the latest numbers show that the unemployment rate in the valley has dropped to about 9.3% in February, compared to 9.8% in January. Still, the Las Vegas jobless rate remains higher than any other areas in the state.
Sports sponsored by Scenic Brewing Company. Good morning, everybody. Leandre Fox here with your morning sports update. The Golden Knights lost 4-2 to the Los Angeles Kings Wednesday at T-Mobile Arena. The loss snapped the Golden Knights' home winning streak and moved Colorado to the top of the West Division standings.
You know, it was one of those nights you have to give them credit. They played with a real desperation to start the game that we didn't match, which was disappointing because you knew they were going to come with it. They're fighting for a playoff spot.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. It's opening day, and among the marquee games, the defending champion Los Angeles Dodgers and starting pitcher Clayton Kershaw are minus 220 favorites at the Westgate against the Rockies. The San Diego Padres are minus 240 home favorites with new ace Yu Darvish against Arizona, and the New York Yankees are minus 180 home favorites with ace Garrett Cole against Toronto.
In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada, we're learning more about the restaurants that will inhabit Resorts World. Nicole Brisson will have 2 restaurants at Resorts World when it opens on the Las Vegas Strip this summer. She spoke to the Review-Journal about one of them, which will have an Italian theme.
The first project that we have in the works is a 300-seat Italian restaurant. It's got a gorgeous patio, great curb appeal. It looks out on the Las Vegas Boulevard and the Convention Center.
And a member of the Las Vegas restaurant community is putting her skills to the test on national television. Jamie Tran will compete tonight at 8 p.m. on Bravo TV show Top Chef. Trans is the chef and owner of Black Sheep on Warm Springs Road. She says even though the experience was nerve-wracking, she would recommend being on the show to anyone because of the amazing people she met. Well, that's it for today's 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. Remember, you can get every bit of local news you need in just 7 minutes with 7 at 7 from lvrj.com and our RJ mobile app. You can also find us on Roku, Apple TV, and much more. We hope you'll join us again this evening for 7 at 7 p.m. Have a good day.
Review-Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.